Can I
I'm
do
gonna
the
talk
voice?
about. Huh?
Can I do?
Yes.
Can I introduce it?
Yeah.
It's my movie, True Lies.
Yeah.
How'd you watch it? You can't find that shit anywhere digitally.
It's on Hulu.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, for a long time I couldn't find it anywhere.
Yeah, I don't know why that would be, but let's first talk about the elephant in the room, which nobody wants to talk about. But let's talk about the elephant in the room.
There's an elephant in the room?
Well, there's some problematic things about the movie.
Sorry.
Specifically the representation of people of Middle Eastern descent and whatnot, as all being terrorists, basically, is kind of the theme put forth here.
Are you canceling James Cameron right now?
No. I think it's if you watch it, it's cringy a little bit, but not bad enough to be like, I'm not gonna watch this movie, you know. As long as you understand, I guess the thing is, like, the comedy just sometimes doesn't work when it's kind of directed in that way. When it's kind of directed as like making fun of somebody because they're from the Middle East.
Yeah, and I think
that's when it gets a little bit like, okay. But the rest of it is still pretty good.
I think you're right that
It's a great story.
I think you're right that it is fair to point those things out.
Sure.
And look at them at a lens of now. That's totally valid. I think that's fair. But at the same time, yeah, it is hard to judge because it is such a product. That's the thing is like a lot of it's a movie on its outside of that. I agree. It's a fun action movie, dude.
It's a great movie.
It's an underrated Cameron flick. Like people
Super
don't talk
good.
about it because it's
Super
not
good.
Aliens or Terminator.
Bill Paxton is like almost the best part of the
When
movie.
he
I got a
fucking
little dick.
punches him in the car and it's just this broken
Right,
nose.
but he was just dreaming.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I've been talking to this chick. And yeah.
Just sort of titties make you beg.
Shit, man.
Sit up and beg for buttermilk.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
I met Tom Arnold at the station. He's actually
Were you on
really
set
fun.
that day when Jamie Lee Curtis was stripping? Did you ask him that?
No.
Tom Arnold's like, you know.
But you know what? Again, it's not like problematic to the point. Like here's like an example. Like Kevin Spacey.
Sure.
I'm probably never gonna see American Beauty again, just because
I've never seen it.
it wasn't that good of a movie. It wasn't like the groundbreaking
in love with,
movie
like, an
that
underage
everybody liked. Yes.
Ugh.
The thing I liked about it was that he quit his job and then he made it so that he was still getting paid from his old job, like a severance, and then he went and decided to work like at like Hardee's and just smoke weed all the time. And like honestly, to me, that was like, that sounds good. Not the underage girl part. That was fucked up. But the rest of it was like, oh, cool. I would love to say fuck you to my job and be like, you know, whatever. But knowing who he is, like, okay, Usual Suspects sucks. Usual sucks. Usual Suspects. You know they made a porno out of it called that.
You know they did. Come on, what are we doing here?
The Usual Suspects, starring Madison Ivy. All right.
Damn.
I know him by name.
True Lies.
Usual Suspects I can watch, even though Kevin
Sorry.
Spacey's in it,
Yeah.
because he's not like the main character, I guess. And I don't know, it's just the way that he's in the movie. American Beauty is different. It's too close to what he, you know what I mean? Does that make sense? But
I have seen American Pie though.
But True Lies,
I got you again.
True
2 weeks in a row.
shut
you
up.
son
True
of a
Lies
bitch.
is not that. True Lies is
It's a weird.
it's problematic in the
spy
point.
action
Yes,
movie.
it's problematic in the point that you kind of wish you could reshoot those scenes kind of a little
Yeah.
bit, but it's not problematic to the point where it's like you just caused a bunch of people to go out and start, like, nobody went out and started killing, like,
And this.
nobody went out and started shooting at people of Middle Eastern descent because of this movie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to figure out what brought this movie like into existence, because maybe it was just
Right?
James Cameron wanted to step out of the sci-fi pigeonhole. That he
No,
was kinda
Cameron
in.
and
Because
I
this
remember
came out 2 years
I remember,
after T2.
I remember when it came out, and Cameron and the way I remember it was explained was Cameron and Arnie had so much fun working on T2 that, you know, they didn't want to wait however many years again. So the script came along and Cameron bought it and reworked it for himself and da-da-da.
Yeah. Like, not a lot of people talk about that movie. I do like that movie a lot. I think a lot of the action works. I think
so much of the action is ridiculous.
Yeah, because it was Cameron doing a spy movie, and it was fun. And same way as with Matthew Vaughn and The Kingsman. When people don't like that movie, I enjoy it.
Yeah, right. There's the scene where he's in the plane and they're like panning away and back again. Yeah. They literally put the jet on a rig. You know, no Tom Cruise. No, this is how Arnie does it. No, what you're going to do is you're going to put the airplane in a rig, and then I'm going to be on there and put the green screen behind me so it looks like I'm in the air. No, I'm not going to learn how to fly the fucking plane. That was terrible.
I don't know where that went at the end.
Yeah.
Fucking plane.
Yeah. Fucking plane. No, I'm Arnold Schwarzenegger. I'm from Australia.
I'm Aussie Schwarzenegger.
Listen here. You want me to fight a gator, or do you want me to find John Connor?
Hasta la vista, baby.
I'll be back with a billabong.
Okay, that's it.
Shut up.
Just shut up. Oh, that whole the ending when he shoots the rocket, like that planning backwards, and then shoots the fucking rocket.
Yeah,
oh,
pretty.
So good.
No,
so
but
good.
I remember when they there's also the point where he's like flying it, where he's trying to take off with it, and he's screwing it up. Mm-hmm. That was another way, and they were talking about how groundbreaking that was. Because previously you weren't able to see somebody in the pilot seat because, they don't know how to, actors don't know how to fucking fly. So they were talking about that's how it was groundbreaking, that they could show Arnold actually in the plane, looked like he was flying it, but it was just a crane. And I was like, I remember at the time I was like, that's pretty cool. Now I see it. I see those scenes because it's, you know, it's pretty hard to not see the fucking bad green screen, and you're just like, ew, does not hold up, man.
It's like some superhero movies. Like if you go back in the early odds and like you watch them, you're like, oof. Like that first X-Men movie, those fight scenes, like we clearly didn't know how to shoot this yet.
Yeah,
didn't quite know how to do this yet.
What? There's one part where like he gets thrown, like Wolverine gets thrown, and he like, I think it's the final battle at the top of the
Statue of Liberty.
But he gets thrown, and he takes his claws and like somehow like uses them to flip himself around, like a stone part of the.
Do you know how long it's been
so
since I've seen
dumb.
Those movies?
No, but I remember very distinctly when I first watched it. I was like, "That's what? That's not how Wolverine. What? He's got adamantium." So basically, yeah.
Anyway, True Lies for Tyler.
True Lies, great movie. It's on Hulu right now. If you get a chance, go check it out. Yeah, it's a kind of a one of a kind movie, and it still holds up.
Also a rare one and done for James Cameron. Didn't get a True Lies 2.
Speaking of that,
False Truths. That's the sequel.
I thought it would be great. Now,
come on, you're gonna just walk past that title?
Yes, because it was terrible.
I don't care what you have to say now. Fuck you.
Fuck you and the horse you rode in on.
We're running.
Speaking of horse,
how
about the horse that he fucking commandeers to run after him?
Oh yeah,
and then almost tries to jump him off a building. Like,
come on, stop trying to fuck my wife.
What kind of a cop are you,
Dylan?
I'm paying off job here with Jake and Tyler.